Greeting all. um, this video is intended to share my personal journey, physical, mental, emotional, and of course spiritual journey with autoimmune. And please note that I'm not a medical doctor. I'm simply sharing my experience so that those of you who is experiencing any intense health condition can kind of take this as an inspiration to really embrace it as a life experience that really offer us growth, humbleness, surrender, and find a middle path. So it started off by my relationship with my skin. I have always been one of those people with low immunity and really sensitive skin since young. And of course it has always to do with my family background, how my parents are separated, this and that, and I moved quite a lot around the world when I was young, over 20 something years. And I also deal with suicidal, depression, anxiety, eating disorders, all of the package for over a decade. Now, I've grown out a lot from that. I haven't fed into eating disorder cycle for 6 to 7 years now. And it's just in that moment of me feeling like this is new me, and those just belong to the past chapter, although I do not erase it from my memory. It's there to teach me, and I learn a lot from depression. I learned to grow out from it. And last year, actually, around the end of 2018, my skin would have this random rash. And I know that I'm allergic to dog. I had a dog. He transited now. And I know that it's being in Bangkok as well, I'm also allergic to dust. So I always thought that it's this external influence that really trigger certain spots of eczema. And it was last year that I decided to stop taking antihistamine, to stop using steroid cream, and just really embrace what's going on within me. And I was under the mindset of fully resistant to medical scene, to any kind of visiting the hospital and clinic. And it came into my intention from people around me that, eczema could relate to the gut, could relate to the liver. And I was actually drinking probiotic at that time, but it wasn't working. So there might be something more that I needed to know. So I seek a person who guided me into a liver detox, which I followed strictly, and it was intense. And eczema didn't fade away, but it was more and more and more. From head to toes, I was covered in rash and itchiness. And boy, was it hard. And that was actually the moment when COVID kind of started spreading, and it was just before Thailand went into lockdown. And over more than 3 weeks of going through that liver cleansing and feeling, hey, this is not better, it's actually getting worse. What's wrong with me? Fortunately, I made friends with a medical doctor who understands what I do, who also respects what I do, and I respect her also. And I reached out to her. I said, look, I've been doing this and it's not helping. So I went into her clinic. She looked at me and she said, I think you have lupus. I'm like, what's that? She said autoimmune. I'm like, oh, I've heard of it. So I was still oblivious, although the word autoimmune has been coming in. And I surrendered into blood tests. She gave me instant skin treatment with ice pack, with aloe vera gel, with all of this that can really soothe the heat of the skin. And then she said, look, I think you need steroid, but we're not going to give you antibiotics, just steroid treatment. And I'm like, okay. at that point I just surrender into anything that can really help me and just function in that condition. And she was lovely. She said, we're not going to be aggressive, only 25 milligrams of steroid to start with, and then we start tempering down as your skin started to recover. And of course, when I started steroid, my skin started going down. I can function again, I can do things again, and I'm like, yo, really, really grateful for this. And at the same time, blood test result came in. One of the 16 antibodies was test positive of autoimmune. Only one. I'm like, Joe, only one. Okay, fine, autoimmune it is. And also I had blood tests for food intolerance, and I had to give up things like rice, all kinds of nuts, most dairy, wheat, all kinds of yeast. And I started to embrace protein from animal, like light source, fish and chicken. And the test about my liver came through. My liver was fine, although I was malnutrition. So I needed really to nurture my body and feed my body. So I started to follow the food list and really be gentle with my body. So that's the physical part that I had to deal with. And also I was being mindful with other information about autoimmune, how worse can it get, how it can attack your body, how can it spread. I was just being really mindful, and also my stubbornness within me was like, nah, I'm not going to let fear get to me. But then again, I'm not going to deny the condition that I have. And there's a book, I can't remember the name. I will type the name in the description box, that talks about physical illness and how it connects to the spiritual connection. Autoimmune has to do with the sense of, I want to give up, I want to die. And I'm like, okay, I've been through that chapter. What else? So I tuned in, and what I received was immunity, defensive mechanism, over defensive mechanism, high immunity. And that hits me. It's like, yo, I do have high defensive mechanism. Sometimes I project my fear through defensiveness, through protectiveness. And that was something I had to accept, and I had to really work with that. And allow myself to feel more, allow myself to really remind myself that I'm safe within my skin. So that's just start of the journey of being mindful of what I'm going through, what autoimmune is there to initiate, to guide me into the next level of healing. And steroid also was something to impress the immunity. And I told myself that I can't stay on that for too long. But at the same time, listening to my body, observing my skin. So it took me almost 5 months to come off steroid. Now I'm off. Last time I took steroid was the end of July, and throughout August until today, my energy was, it was difficult because the adrenal was being suppressed, and it took my body a while to really regenerate. And I went through chapters of fear of, oh my God, will I be able to do what I want to do? Will I be able to have energy again? And guess what? Now I feel more energetic. Now I feel that drive and motivation again to get out of bed. And it's a blessing. Recent blood test still indicates autoimmune, but the infection in the white blood cells gone down completely. I was honest to myself of certain things that I was using, such as my relationship with tobacco, that I love tobacco, not through cigarettes but through rituals and ceremony, that I had to stop because tobacco can also trigger activity in white blood cells. I learned that. And perhaps one day I will be able to use mopacho. I'll be able to use Father Tobacco again, who knows. But I just want to share this and to really inspire everyone to Know that you're not a victim to any condition. Know that yes, the health condition that triggers in this moment of now also connect with the condition of the world. But at the same time, you are an empowered being. You can really use this to unlock what is needed to be seen and accept within you and transform and nurture. And I had to let go of that mindset of other people judging me and fear of me doing the wrong things and being judged. And that is something deep. And I'm still in the process of that. And honestly, if I can do it, I'm pretty sure that anyone can. And it's not about fixing. It's not about fixing things fast or getting to the state of perfection, but it's about, hey, this is my body and it's telling me something. So let me walk with this hand in hand. Let me welcome it. Let me be mindful and nurture myself and do the best that I can. And honestly, I'm going to be here temporarily like all of us. And I just want to live my life fulfillingly, moment to moment, each day, doing all the things that I want to do. And just feeling grateful that, hey, this is life. And I have had those moments of, I don't mind if I disappear tomorrow. I had those moments of, oh God, I just want to give up. I had those moments of, oh, will I ever be normal again? But those are nothing new. Those are simply old waves, like old echoes of the shadow of the past that sometimes plays out. And with mindfulness, with groundedness, I can then feel them and allow them to pass and not overpowering me. So yeah, and those of you who have worked with me in private session, you would know if you share your health condition. Honestly, I'm not a medical doctor, but what I can do to my best capacity is to be transparent, whatever comes forward, and leave you space to take in how it resonates, to discern. And how I work is I tune into the emotional connection and mental connection to give you more clarity of how you can navigate along the condition that you are dealing with. And I hope this helps somehow. Apart from steroid, I was also on probiotic. I might go back again for like another month because I was on it for almost 6 months and it really helped reset my gut. And know that your body is unique, and I've learned that from blood test. Whatever works for you may not work for other people. Whatever works for other people may not work for you, but you will find a way. It just speaks to your heart, speaks to the universe, and open up your mind and explore. So lots of love to you, and thank you as always for making time to tune in. And I will leave link where you can contact me, and perhaps if you feel drawn to work with me, you can check out my services and social media. But yeah, it's a wonderful, intensive and powerful moment. Heart to you. Kuranianoso uamanianataya. Place your hands on your heart. Feel the heart pulsation through the blood, pumping and pulsating all over the body. That is a compassionate, a non-intellectual connection that the body has with different glands, with different organs, with different parts of our body. Know that you are safe. Know that all is experiences that offer opportunity to understand yourself more, how unique your body is. I send love, and I feel love from my body. And I forgive all that I have done that was imbalance and caused disharmony to my body. And I'm allowing this vessel, which is a gift, to guide me to live this human life fulfillingly. Thank you.